Alright guys, got a Dodge Ram 1500 with a 5.7 liter V8. It's a Hemi motor. Doing the radiator on this thing. First thing you gotta do is take out that cover. You got a bunch of these little rivet caps. Just take it out like with a pry tool. So just go along here, take that out. Next thing you want to do is take out your radiator hose. I like to spray it with a little lubricant so that these clips slide back a little bit easier. I want to use like a hose clamp tool for that. Just take this out. Just right over here. Next thing you want to do, take out this fan shroud. And so it looks like it has these little clips. Stick a little screwdriver in there, pop that out, or you also have a 13mm bolt right there, but it looks like the bottom has it's just clips on the top to slide that out. Yeah, I think we're just gonna try to use the clips, and then the bottom, it looked like it just pulls right out. So push these clips back at the same time, try to lift it up. You spray a little PV blast in there, a little lubricant if it doesn't want to slide. If it gives me a hard time, and don't forget to take out your plug here. Unplug that. Just squeeze that little tab right there. Just push that tab right there. Take it out. If this gives me a hard time, I'll just take out that 13mm bolt on both sides and then pull it up. Actually, let me look at the new radiator and see if we got to transfer that. Okay, so I looked at the new part, and you do have to take out that bolt, that 13mm on both sides, and then it slides right up by. You also have to press the clip. You do it one side at a time, both sides at the same time. But and so we do got to get the fan shroud out. You might as well take this off right here too, and your radiator cap. Save that. It doesn't come with a new one. This radiator does not come with a new one, unless it's in the box somewhere. But this is my favorite part. Actually, I kind of fucking hate it. But you got to get the fan clutch out. So that is a left-hand thread bolt. So when you're looking at it like this, you're going to have to turn it that way. It's like right is loose. It's not righty tighty lefty loosey. It's the opposite. So you're going to turn your wrench that way to the right to loosen it. It's opposite. So I used to hate fucking getting them out. They got a special tool, that fan clutch tool, and you with that tool, I don't even see how you fucking, oh yeah, there's that's on the water pump. So there's some holes in the water pump on the front of that pulley. And now with that tool, you put like two of the, see the holes right there on the front of that water pump. So right there's a hole. So you find two holes. Sometimes you got to turn the fan clutch, and you put these little adapters that fit into different holes to hold that water pump. Then you take a long wrench and then turn it while you're holding the water pump. And this sometimes it's real frustrating, pain in the ass. So this right here is a lot better. It's a fan clutch tool. If you're being a mechanic and stuff like that, good at that tool. Get your air hammer. You take this right here, find the right adapter, wrench, comes with a bunch of different sizes. Put that in there like that. Put it on your bolt. It's going that way. Just press the button and bye-bye, bada bing, bada boom. Saves you a lot of time, a lot of frustration. So, with that being done, what we're going to do is take this, spin it until it falls off. if it hits the radiator, it doesn't matter, you're replacing it, so it don't matter. So just spin it until it comes off. Once it's off, you're gonna pull the whole fan clutch and this shroud off together at the same time. Now, you can see, sometimes I was turning it, but I wasn't spinning the bolt. So just make sure you get it loose. There we go. Once it's loose enough, you can just spin the fan, and then it should turn the bolt. Let's see if it's loose enough. Nah. So, gotta give it a couple more pulls. Another great idea. Hit it with some penetrating oil, maybe. Some lubrication. That'll help this thing come off a lot faster and easier. There it is. So, I got it to the point where, it's starting to spin. So, I'm just gonna keep turning it. Remember, turn it right. Well, righty is supposed to be tighty, lefty loosey, but like I said, these are left-handed threads, so you're right. By turning it to the right like this, it's actually coming loose. And I'm starting to see some more threads. I'm gonna hit it with some penetrating oil, a little lubricant, and let's see if I can just start spinning it like that. There we go. There we go. Coming now. There we go. Now we can pull this whole thing off together. Now here's a little trick, a little pro tip. I've done this sometimes. Now, there's a customer car, so I'm not gonna do this, but I have done it. So this top bolt right here, right? What I done before, move this out the way, take a fucking Sawzall whiz wheel and just cut it. You know what I'm saying? Right between the bottom and the top adapters. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have two different pieces, right? Cut it right here in the middle on both sides. And you take off the top, and you can take that fan clutch out of there real fucking easy that way. And then, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have this holding the top, and then the bottom piece will hold in the bottom part. But if you got one of them fucking customers they're gonna be like, you know, real anal about their shit, don't do it, because you'll be buying a new one. Or you're gonna have a really fucking pissed off customer. But I've done it before, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, I'll ask them sometimes, you know what I'm saying, too, get permission if it's okay, if it's like really fucking pain in the ass. But you get that fan clutch tool, and usually it's real fucking easy. So I'm gonna pull this out at the same time. Then it looks like I want to get this condenser separated from the radiator once this is off. So I'm gonna take these little tabs out. These are 10 millimeters right here. You got them on both sides. And then usually there's some at the bottom, and there sure is right there. Might be another one. Sometimes they got one on the bottom on another side right here, but it'll be like in the front. Sometimes it's tricky, you gotta find them. But usually it's like a couple of them. Then you got the 13 millimeter right there to get the actual radiator out. It might be, we'll get to it, yeah. It might be another one on the bottom, but we'll get there when we get there. Let's get this, pull this out. I'm gonna need two hands, so, you know, let me get that out right quick. Okay. So, This one right here, you probably have to use like a wrench. Like you like using a little shortcut impact tools, it's probably gonna hit right there. You don't have a lot of clearance, so probably have to get a gear wrench. Take those two tins out, and that slides out. This side, you do have two tins right there, but I'm just gonna leave those because you got a 13 right there. So you're gonna have to kind of reach your hand in like this. And I like to hold a tool up against that part right there, the gear wrench part, so it does not stop spinning. It grabs. Then do the same thing for that one on the bottom. And when you're doing the installation, you don't have to put these tins back in. You can just come right here and put the 13s in. Then after that, you got these two 13s right here. Might be 15s. And after you take those out, what I like to do, this fan right here, you got to come off too. Now I just like to break these tabs. You could just like push right here, and then it'll come up. But I like to just snap them off right there with a pry bar and a hammer and just hit it real hard and knock it down and just break them. Because the new one the new Radiator has new tabs. So I just bust them off real quick, and I ain't gotta. Sometimes they get caught up a little bit. I don't like fighting. I'm trying to work smart, not hard. So I'm gonna get these two right here. Let's go ahead and take that out. Put that down over there. Oh, I forgot to mention. Let's say you drop the fan clutch, right? And you don't want to cut this damn shroud in half, right? With the bottom, okay. Bottom of the. You got some clips right there too. There's like 3 of them on the bottom to get that little bottom of the fan shroud loose. So you have to take those out, and then you do got another clip right there. I already popped it out. Now you can remove the radiator fan, or it might be the condenser fan, whatever you want to call it. Then you got them two 13s right there. You know, I want to spray some lubricant right here because you have to transfer this grommet to the new radiator. And then the bottom, let's see, I think the bottom, you might got it just pulled out, I think. Let me take a look at this new one. Remember I said there's always one hiding? Yeah, that's a fucking 10 millimeter. Where are you at? Right there. Right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with a long 10 deep socket. Probably hit it like that. And then you'll be officially separated from the condenser. And you just lift it up then at that point at the bottom grommets. So you got those bottom grommets. Sometimes they get stuck in the bottom hole, and then this condenser got a little hidden bracket at the bottom, and you can't really take it off. It's welded onto the receiver dryer. Then you got to take the grommets and transfer them. And I think they're different sizes, but you got 4 grommets. You got 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Transfer those over, and you can start putting this back together. You're gonna start by sliding the radiator right into this bracket, since that is our sticking point with no way to take it off. Now, if you're like me, I'm not gonna put these damn lines. I'm not gonna hook that shit up. I ain't got time for that. That's kind of pointless. And then I'm gonna, put your hoses back on. It's kind of like just the opposite of removal. Just put your bottom hose on first, and put your 2 bolts right here on, and you saw the video. If I find any like tips or sticking points, I'll get back with you. But if not, I hope you enjoyed the video. I didn't see any other videos on a Hemi, a 5.7 liter, except like some guys with talking points, but nobody doing the actual work. And I don't like to do a lot of talking. I like to just fucking do the work. So if you appreciate the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. You know what? I feel a little chatty. Yeah. I did find a little, maybe something useful that might help you along your journey here. This radiator hose down here. They sometimes put these clips right here in a position that is not very easy to get to. So it's another tool in the mechanics arsenal, these hose clamp pliers. Now sometimes, if you're, you can get it with regular pliers, you know what I'm saying? You can just come in like that and get it that way. But sometimes, like, this is gonna help you a lot better, because it's just in a really, really tight spot, really tight, and it's just, you can't get your hand in there. Another thing is, this right here, remember, you tighten it this way to the right. So when you put it on, that's gonna go that way. And you wanna put some lubricant on these threads for sure. And then you have to drop this. You gotta put the clutch in the middle of the shroud and drop it down at the same time. So it's gonna be a bitch getting it started sometimes. What I like to do is just drop it in there, and then like get my fan shroud like mounted firmly so that it's not moving, and then that gives you more room to get your 2 hands down in there at that time. And you can sometimes have to put this on, and then instead of just like spinning the fan to get it on, I gotta take the wrench and like hold this up to the water pump pulley. Take your wrench and like start turning it that way. You're gonna go this way. And then once it gets started, then you can start spinning your fan by the hand. But just getting it started is sometimes a pain in the ass. That's pretty much it though. Okay, one more little piece of helpful pro tip information. Remember how I took the bottom out by removing those clips. Well, I busted the fucking shroud, but who cares about that bottom piece? Ain't nobody gonna miss it. It's very small. But now that the bottom's piece is out, I could just put this in first. Because it's very tedious trying to hold this and this at the same time, and then get this lined up and hoping that it doesn't fall at the bottom now. So I'm just gonna put the shroud in. Then I'm gonna come from the bottom, and I have a lot more room down there since the bottom is missing. And I'm going to install the fan clutch from the bottom. That'll be way easier. But I have done them like this and just, you know, drop them in at the same time. This one right here doesn't have a lot of clearance. Some of the other trucks that I worked on had a lot more room between the motor and the fan shroud, but this has like 2 fans, so not a lot of clearance. So it's just probably a lot easier to do it that way.